and can definitely threaten for that final slot. But here we go, we're jumping in to our quarterfinals match. If you're in the chat, in the Twitch chat at least, predictions are open, and we're jumping in. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have our Danish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player, the blue Protoss representing Berlin International Gaming, BIG. It is ShoWTimE. Let's go. Let us go. As again, these two, they face off many times throughout the week, especially during the ESL Open Cups, ESL Open Cup Europe specifically. They are not, they're quite familiar with each other. They are not strangers. Probes move out across the map is going to be our standard setup so far. I mean, MaxPax is very often going for gate expands on Golden Aura. I'm curious if ShoWTimE will go for an all-in to punish him or have a different reaction and a different response. As there's a second gateway for ShoWTimE, and MaxPax, as you can imagine, is skipping the second gateway, going for a cyber core into a tech structure, typically going for the Stargate into an expansion. So it is going to be the standard MaxPax opener, going for Stargate into expansion. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE with double gateways has the opportunity to go for an all-in. And we have seen ShoWTimE defeat MaxPax with all-ins in the past. Not too frequently, but it does occur, so it is an option. Which is also why MaxPax needs a scout. He cannot take his opponent for granted. Has to check, scout his opponent, does confirm the location of the second pylon. Zealot's on the way, but we should cancel the Zealot once we realize that we are safe and sound. I mean, I say that, never mind, we're going to have to make it to actually expand. As the probes being quite a nuisance here, is going for the pylon block. So nice move there out of ShoWTimE, does force out the Zealots. Likewise, in the main base, Stargate is on the way for the Oracle opener, and the probe will confirm the Stargate. So ShoWTimE fully aware of what's going on, and it should be prepared for that Oracle aggression, as the probe gets the hell out of there and does not invest into the pylon. Back at home, we do have a double Stalker into a third and fourth Stalker. Okay, very aggressive start here from ShoWTimE. Going to be rallying everything across the map, setting up a proxy pylon. One base all in. Let's go. ShoWTimE aggression is on the table here, just rallying everything across the map. There we go. We have third gateway back at home and a proxy fourth gate. It looks like four gate for just 4 gate Stalkers. Not even blink. Let's go. Just nothing but Stalkers across the map. We are rallying back at home. Max is getting ready. He has 2 shield batteries, so he has 1 shield battery on the way. Shield batteries in production. Chipping away at that Zealot. Ideally, he's going to be draining the shields, draining the energy from that shield battery as much as possible, leading up into the all-in. There's the fourth gateway, so again, just 4 gate, 1 base all-in. Rallying nothing but Stalkers. Oracle does move out, and MaxPax is in the dark. He confirms the probe scout. He does know, he does confirm, but can he stop it? Knowing is half the battle. Shield battery under fire. Here we do have the low ground. You have control, nice control here from ShoWTimE, does pull away. So far, preserving his shields, preserving HP on these Stalkers. Zealot goes down, and we do snipe that shield battery. Do take a bit of hull damage in the process, but the shield battery does fall. Would you reinforce? 3 Stalkers at a time, soon to be 4. The probe is going to be chased down. Here on the low ground, we have an overcharge, we have a Void Ray. Void Ray has arrived, we down with the Void. We down with the Stalker, we trade 1 for 1, 2 for 1 even. Not the best trade from ShoWTimE. Does bring down one of the Stalkers. Again, we can reinforce 1 Stalker at a time, making a second Void Ray. Prismatic alignment does run out. But we have 3 shield batteries, and we still have the overcharge. And breaking this is not going to be easy. We have to just slowly chip away. Slowly out-trade the army of MaxPax. Remember, there's no blink. We don't have any dive potential. Oracle gets shut down. Does stasis 2 of those probes. Nice defense out of ShoWTimE. Oh my god. Stalker does barely survive. We should shuffle it back. Get a very tense situation here for ShoWTimE. Okay, pulls back the weakened Stalkers. Moving in. Prismatic alignment about to run out. We can 2-shot potentially. Volley off another prismatic alignment. Oh, another Stalker. Another Stalker goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Again, brutal losses here for ShoWTimE. Losing how many? 3 Stalkers so far. And we're back up to 3 Void Rays. The longer this goes on, the harder it becomes. That's 3 prismatic alignments. Like, how do we break this? I'm not sure if we can. Not sure if we can. We do focus on one of the Stalkers. Will fall, but we commit. Yeah, we're going for the dive. We focus on one of the Void Rays, and the second overcharge is popped. And do we have enough? Oh, barely we do not. Yeah, we got 2 Voids, but the other did survive. Fully back, prismatic alignment runs out. Overcharge runs out as well. We are vulnerable. No more prismatic alignments, no more overcharge, but another Void Ray does arrive. Oof. ShoWTimE so close to breaking his opponents. We have 13 Stalkers to the 4 of MaxPax. Ooh, trading 1 for 1. Once again, we do activate that prismatic alignment, catching another Stalker. Down to 12, down to 13. Sorry, down. Well, what? Down to 11. Back up. Warping in. Yeah, we do commit once again. We're gonna catch one of those Void Rays. I mean, we are keeping the Void Ray count low. True. Kind of. We're keeping it somewhat in check. Catching another Stalker. And another, and another! Nice pickups. Good trades. These have been the best trades so far here for ShoWTimE, catching 3 Stalkers. Okay, okay. I see you. We're in this. Dip in once again. Ooh, trading out one of those Stalkers. Down to 1. There's only 1 Stalker left here for MaxPax. Doesn't have a lot of support. Have we done it? Have we finally done it? The base is getting low. 1 more volley overcharge is forced. On the base. Yeah, on the base of all things. We commit to the dive, going for the Void Rays. We get 1, and can we get another? Not quite. But again, good pickups here from ShoWTimE. Overcharge does run out. And the base getting quite low. Trading 1 for 1, getting a Stalker. Still on 13 Stalkers. Going for the Void Ray. We can focus down. There we go. It looks like we have done it. The final Void Ray is going to fall. It's so close. ShoWTimE. He's so close to breaking through, and it looks like he will. Remember, overcharge is on cooldown. We have 1 Void Ray left. Ooh, a bit of a chaotic trade here for ShoWTimE. Bleeding out some Stalkers. Here the probes adding a lot of, just a lot of chaos here on the ground. MaxPax looks like he will lose the final Void Ray. We're down to 1. And ShoWTimE, he has control of the low ground. Takes down all these workers. 2 Stalkers left. Overcharge is now off of cooldown though. Oh my god, MaxPax is barely holding on. Barely holding back. ShoWTimE once again working on that base. Boys being pulled, we dive in. Ooh. Forcing another overcharge. Second Void Ray has arrived. Back up to 2. Back up to 2 Voids. More Shield Barriers on the way behind this. Now that the overcharge is on cooldown, we could just go for the base. It is that much more vulnerable. Stalker count gets higher. Likewise, back up to 4 Stalkers with MaxPax. Back up to 4. Oof. Going for the dive. Catches a Void Ray. Nice pickup. Down to 1. Earlier, I was most concerned when we got up to 3 and soon to be 4 Void Rays, but now the Void Ray count, again, we can barely exceed 1 at this point. And we commit once again. We focus on another 2 Stalkers. ShoWTimE just maintaining that 12 Stalker count. Has rarely dipped below that. And with that, he can 2-shot. Takes down another Void Ray. These are good enough trades. Shutting down all these probes. Overcharge is available once again. Up! Oh, bit of a misclick! Misclick on the rocks! Uh-oh. Down to 10. And that was brutal. Trading out down to 9 Stalkers. Falling back to more shield batteries. Void Ray comes in. And are we bleeding off too much? We are. GG gets called, and MaxPax will survive. We will take game number 1. Ooh, GG. That was a brutal misclick, a brutal misstep, and again, ShoWTimE was so close. Remember that was that moment where I was ramping it up. I was like, yo, have we done it? Have we finally broken through? Where there was one Void Ray left on a slither of HP, but MaxPax, he barely pulled back, barely survived. That was a very close hold, very close all in. Alas, MaxPax takes game 1. Whew. GG. MaxPax does take game number 1. Now we're settling into game 2. Oh my heart. Happy. Here we go. So we are settling into game 2, going to be on Oceanborn. Oh boy. And with that, MaxPax only needs one more game here to take the series. Otherwise, ShoWTimE has to fight back here and now to force the ace match. Here we go. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the Danish Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the German Protoss player down in this series. He has to fight back here and now to force the ace match, representing Berlin International Gaming. BIG. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. Whew. Here we go. As ShoWTimE was so close to breaking MaxPax, and we have seen MaxPax broken before by ShoWTimE. We have seen ShoWTimE pop off with those all-ins, but that time, alas, he barely did not have enough. Barely was unable to break the back of MaxPax. And of course, the longer the game went on, the worse it became for ShoWTimE, as he bled out far too many stalkers and just could not sustain himself. And now we're settling into game 2. We're calming things down. We do see MaxPax once again going for the gate expand. I should say gate cyber into Stargate into expansion. I say that we've only taken one gas. Ooh, only one gas so far. MaxPax being a little bit greedy here. Okay, there we go. We're good. We'll take that second gas geyser. If we stay on one gas, we could just go for a faster Nexus and go for the Nexus before the tech. That is an option. Gate expands are not unheard of. But MaxPax doesn't quite embrace that this time. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE has to make a choice. Once again, do we go for a one-base all-in? We do see ShoWTimE going for the second pylon in the main, so he's not going for a committed proxy early on. But as we saw in the last game, you don't have to go for a committed proxy early on to commit to a one-base all-in. Like, you can still just double down anyway for a bit of a later push and a later timing. As the pylon is cancelled, Zelda has arrived. Cybercore is done, and we should be looking to embrace our tech of choice. I say that. We can skip it. Yeah, going for the Nexus. So a bit of a greedier build out of MaxPax. There we go, Nexus before Stargate. That is because the gases were late. That's why earlier I assumed it was going to be a faster Nexus, because the gas was delayed. So MaxPax being greedier this time. Is cutting corners, is being greedy. Once again, ShoWTimE opening up double Stalker, going for a third and fourth Stalker as well. Same build! Let's go! Same build, 2 games in a row. Third gateway back at home, fourth gateway across the map. It's going to be a one base, 4 gates all in. Let's go. Vamonos, papi, vamonos. And it kind of worked a little bit better this time. Remember, the tech is later. It's going to be no Stargate, Robo for Immortal Production instead. Is a little bit later this time. Immortal's also going to be limited to the terrain on the ground, to the SimCity. Bear that in mind as well. But they will be more robust. So there's a bit of a give and take. There is a give and take of Stalkers that do poke in. So far, trading well. Shield Battery out of energy. Going for the second Shield Battery. Zealot is targeted. We have the Overcharge. Barely keeps Zealot alive. Does maintain that Zealot. MaxPax is holding, but here come the reinforcements as, oh my god, not the same build. It's similar. It is 4 gateways on one base, but also with a Robo. Proxy Robo, Immortals in production. Okay, bold move. This means that we are going to be delaying the first wave of Warpins. So we're going to have less Stalkers to work with, but we have the Immortal instead. So a slightly different variation out of ShoWTimE. Okay, he's cooking. And we have the force fields! Again, because we're on the low ground. True. Oh, the force field's going to be so key for both players. Can we lock the army out? Can we lock the army down? Get a very different dynamic. Force fields are thrown down. We do catch the Immortal, but likewise, the Immortal of ShoWTimE's zone back. Yeah, we have to pull back. We have to pull away, and we do trap ShoWTimE's Immortal. Oh, barely not. Slips away. We catch the Stalkers. We catch the Sentries. Yeah, ShoWTimE, he takes the better fight. But a second Immortal has arrived. And we have a Prism behind this. We can micro back. We can juggle. We can even go into the main. Once again, we force field. Trying to look down the army. The Immortal gets very low, and MaxPax, he holds. With the power of the force field, with the power of the shield batteries, we do hold on. Adepts, they threaten the shade. We commit, and we drop into the main. We bypass the main army. We go for the main base. No force, no shield batteries, no overcharge. Not this time. But the Immortals, the army's low. Yeah, ShoWTimE's army is very low, forced out of the main base. Has to rotate around. ShoWTimE does preserve most of his army. Still only on the one Immortal. And it's so low. Do force back the army. Catching the first Immortal. Up! Oh my god, we barely do save it. Immortal goes down. Not a bad trade for ShoWTimE. Catches an Immortal. Not a bad trade. We have reinforcements on the way. Going for the Cyber Core. Cyber Core goes down. Zoning away the army. Picking up the shield batteries. And we catch both shield batteries. Well, it's not enough to break on through yet. Backup shield battery on the way. ShoWTimE does shade in. Catching probes. Not bad. Economic damage being done. Yeah, we get 3. We get 4 probe kills. Keeping the economy in check. Dropping back in. Going for the Stalker. Oh, can we get it? Oh my god. Yeah, not quite, but regardless, 3 damage, 6 probes go down. And no anti-air to punish the army. Remember, Cyber Core wasn't done, so no Stalkers until now. Cyber Core is rebuilt. ShoWTimE rotating over, up to 3 Stalkers. Nice force fields, but the juggling is good. But once again, they shade into the main. We commit to the shade! Yeah, we're just pulling MaxPax apart. Prism is going to be zoned away. At the same time, ShoWTimE can push towards the low ground. MaxPax in position. Adepts, they can actually fight this. They can take down the Stalker. Oh, we commit though. Commit to low ground. Stalker does survive. Part of me feels like we could have killed the Stalker and maybe the Sentries as well. Like that was a bold split there by MaxPax. But does get away with it. Does get away with that split. Meanwhile, we catch the main army. Prism's a bit out of position. The Immortal goes down! Pick up an Immortal. Massive pickup. ShoWTimE now up at Immortals. Catches another! Oh my god. Almost. Casito, papi, casito. Barely do juggle back. Once again, another Immortal falls down to 3. 3 versus 4. Overcharge is popped. The force field's making it awkward to engage. ShoWTimE does have to back off. Leading up. Oh, another sentry. Just barely not. But MaxPax does force ShoWTimE back. Ooh, and after all that chaos, after all those force fields, we are running out of energy, running out of force fields. Meanwhile, Adepts, they shade back in. 2 more probes. And I think ShoWTimE has done it. I think he has done it. He's broken the back of MaxPax. Only Immortals to defend. Force fields are good. The juggling is... Oh my god, calm down. The juggling, papi. But likewise, if the counter juggling as well, GG gets called. ShoWTimE has broken MaxPax, and we are going to the ace match. GG. Whew. Let's go. GG, well played. We are going all the way to game number 3. And the question becomes, does ShoWTimE all in MaxPax again? I mean, it almost worked in game 1 as well. Almost did work. Again, just ShoWTimE able to abuse the immobility of MaxPax, able to rotate between the natural and the main. The Prism added so much more complexity to that fight and to that defense, and we saw time and time again Adepts they shade into the main base, and it wasn't about the worker damage they were dealing, it was just about the army being split and the attention being split for MaxPax. So ShoWTimE able to take full advantage of him in that all-in. And with that, we're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Let us go. Goblin 2-1 Solar. Ooh, is that the last Zerg player? No, there's still Lambo, right? True, technically. It is still Lambo, but that is the last Korean Zerg going down. Dark did not sign up today. Solar and Shin have fallen. Best of luck to Lambo, as he's the last Zerg player in the tournament. But here we go. We are embracing the ace match game 3. We're focusing our attention here as spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Dynasty. Dynasty of all maps. They're crazy. The Danish Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the German Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Berlin International Gaming, BIG. It is ShoWTimE. Let's us go. Now, what's special about Dynasty is the goal base. The goal base is going to add some complexity here. Now, I don't expect anyone to take it yet, but it can be a factor in a bit of a longer game because the goal base is exposed here to the elements because of the nature of the pocket base. We should be seeing some low ground expansions instead. We'll see. We'll see where our players take this. So far, much faster double gas setup. So this time, MaxPax is opening up Stargate. This time, it's going to be a Stargate opener out of MaxPax, not a Robo. We have 2 gateways from ShoWTimE. It's going to be a Gate Cyber Stargate out of MaxPax. No delayed gases this time. And we'll see if ShoWTimE once again commits to a 1-base 4-gate all-in, or if we have some other form of aggression, or even some crazy expansion. Do we go for the gold? Do we go for a longer game? Do we try to force MaxPax to be the aggressor instead? We have options. Again, ShoWTimE doesn't have to go all in. He's known for his mid-game as well. You know, he has that kind of flexibility to his play in PvP. Specifically in PvP. Not too aggressive against certain players, for example, or Terran. Cyberverse finishing up. ShoWTimE across the map. Zelda's forced out as MaxPax wants to expand, and there's that Stargate from the Red Protoss. As we did mention, it's going to be that Stargate opener. No Robos to speak of, not this time. And we are going for that Nexus. Meanwhile, once again, double Stalker. Double Stalker to a 3rd and 4th Stalker. A very aggressive start here from ShoWTimE. The probe rotates around, and we're going to throw down a proxy, aren't we? We are. Same build 3 games in a row, Bobby. Is it the anti-MaxPax build? Potentially. I mean, it almost worked in game 1, not gonna lie. Almost. And ShoWTimE is setting up for another proxy gateway. So it's gonna be 3 gates at home, 1 gate across the map. We'll see if we throw down another Robo with this for a more committed, a more tech-heavy variation. I doubt it. There's that gate on the way. I'm pretty sure a big reasoning as to why we went Robo first was because of the production setup, the wall off on the low ground on Oceanborn. It's not here this time on Dynasty. So yeah, just gonna be 4 gates. Just 4 gateways. Looks like that is most likely the tell for a different variation for ShoWTimE. As he is applying some pressure, getting some damage done. Void Rays on the way. We did skip the Oracle, bear that in mind. So no Oracle opener out of MaxPax. Going for 2 more shield batteries. Oh my god. So we have a backup pylon on the way. Warping in 3 Stalkers at a time. Warp gate is done. We can see that ShoWTimE is in position for the Oracle, but there is none. So some wasted resources in a way, as ShoWTimE was playing safe. Was playing it safe. Do we expand at the gold? Is this just a contain? Okay, we're good. we're warping in. I'm like, are we that crazy? No. We're committed. We're committed to the all-in. We won't run forward. Ooh, big of a Stalker, trading 1 for 1. Stalker does go down. Pulling back. Looks like ShoWTimE was just checking for maybe even a proxy pylon or something of the sort. But is going to be committed. Is still very much so committed here. And basically, the resources that MaxPax has to use is, one, the overcharge, two, the prismatic alignment. Ideally, we want to be activating the prismatic alignments on one Void Ray at a time to punish any kind of dives. Now it's 3 Void Rays already. That's a pretty hefty count. Likewise, up to 15 Stalkers. The base getting low. Stalker count getting insanely high. And once Stalker goes down, prismatic alignment is activated. We commit. Yeah, we can't two-shot. Ooh, we barely bring down one of those Void Rays. One Void Ray does fall. Did cost us, what was that, 2, 3 Stalkers. ShoWTimE a little bit paranoid. Base is getting low. Catching a Stalker. Getting damage on one of those Void Rays as well. We don't have an overcharge available, bear that in mind. Still a couple of seconds out. So back up to 15. 15 Stalkers. Dipping on 4, diving on the army. Ooh, not quite getting the Stalker. And trading Stalker for a Zealot. And once again, MaxPax punishing the dive. Oof. Taking down another Stalker. But we activated all 3 prismatic alignments. Oh, that's a little bit concerning. MaxPax trigger happy here. And he will not have one available. Not yet. Not until the 4th Void Ray does arrive. Yeah, there we go. 4th Void Ray has made it. The concave is real. Yeah, we dive in. We focus on the first Void Ray. It does cost us a lot of Stalkers. Then GG gets called. We don't break through. MaxPax, he holds. And MaxPax will take the series at 2-1. GG. ShoWTimE, there was a moment that we had momentum. He had like 15 Stalkers. It was pushing in, but he barely didn't break through. Again, we were able to barely hold on. MaxPax survives, and ShoWTimE is eliminated. GG, well played. GG. Again, it went all the way to the ace match, and clearly I'm sure this has worked. I mean, this does work against MaxPax, but very clutch holds. You know, there's a couple of differences here that did occur. For example, with MaxPax skipping the Oracle, going straight up Void Ray first, you know, kind of acclimating to the builds and acclimating to the aggression of ShoWTimE, not wasting any resources. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE had, for example, a Stalker back at home to defend. He had to invest into a shield battery, units he didn't quite need, as MaxPax was kind of reacting a little bit harder to ShoWTimE. Likewise, MaxPax able to barely hold on. GG, well played. Congratulations, MaxPax does advance on into the semi-finals, and he's waiting for the winner of Lambo versus Clem. Oh boy, we have some catching up to do.